Fingers crossed.
Here
Cheers,
we
buddy.
go, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ranger and Chow.
Hope everybody's joining us with a cold drink in hand.
I am the Ranger, and he is
And
the
as always,
Chow.
Chow, no microphone obstructing my view because I got quality down here in South Australia. I mean, definitely not the locals or the food or anything like that, but I've got quality something. What's happening in Queensland, buddy? What's the news up there? It's COVID.
Nah, there's no news up here. Just beautiful weather. I'm going out to an odd dinner tonight, which will be interesting. Going out to a thing called the Faulty Towers Dinner Experience.
As in like Faulty Towers, the old TV show.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They got waiters like Manuel that keep getting beaten up and they spill things over people and they just I don't know what's going to happen. They must have some actors there or something involved with it, I would say. But
that is brilliant. Have you ever been to Dracula's down the Gold Coast?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I think I've done that 3 or 4 times now, and each time's had a great story. Do we want to play story time, or do you have a topic?
We got the boob cake there for my birthday. So beautiful big set of tits comes out, and there it is, made out of ice cream, and everyone just hooks into it.
Right.
Plus, you know, what was going on stage there is a little bit bizarre as well.
Yeah, no, it should be an interesting night.
That sounds like great fun. That shot out paper out the front of it.
You what?
They had a huge penis that shot paper out of the end of it. That was the stage show, this massive cock. We're sitting there going,
was it wet paper towel?
We're like, what have we got ourselves into here? Look at this shit.
Because with that, I remember back in the day playing silly buggers with my boss when I was back at the construction hire company, and I would quite often, he shaved his head down, so I'd quite often get the fax stamp and stamp his skull because it stained really well. And of course, the immediate reaction to that was to rush to the bathroom, get a heap of paper towel and try and clean his skull. And then he'd come back into the room with half a dozen wads of soaking wet paper and just launch them across the room at me. So, with your giant penis shooting paper, I feel like a bit of wet paper would give it a good effect. Based off previous experience of having wet paper thrown at me.
When was the last time you had a massage? A professional massage?
Oh, it'd be a few years now. I do miss them. My wife gets them more regularly than I do. Well, actually, in all fairness, I'm not a big fan of the massage. I am a bit of a sook. I like a nice, light, rubby massage. I don't like a deep tissue.
So you're not in for a Thai massage?
That's pretty deep tissue right there.
It is. And the good thing about a Thai massage, though, is it loosens everything up and gets you going. It's a bit like, what do they call it? The medical ones. I don't know. There's massage. What is it called? The medical massage they give you.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But
anyway.
Chow's too drunk to actually articulate that word.
What do they call them? Rheumatoid or something like that?
Yeah, no, it's rheumatoid arthritis you're thinking of.
No, it's arthritis I'm thinking of. Anyway.
Like so deep tissue massages, yeah.
Yeah. So they do the big deep tissue massage, and what can happen sometimes is though it moves, right?
What moves? Sorry.
It moves.
Your downstairs region.
Yeah. You're slanging sausage there, you know. And
now, what sort of movement are we talking? Are we talking about a upward erection type scenario, or just like
there can be some activity down there where you shouldn't have it when you're having a massage? And I'm sitting there thinking, oh shit, what am I going to do when she asks me to turn over? You know, because they do. They go, okay, you can turn over on your back now. And you're like, no, I can't. I'm really sorry.
Nah, it's just, I just want you to focus on my back today.
And, you know, it's in Australia.
Can I have an elastic band just to borrow?
There's no happy ending. So, you know, somehow you got to get this thing under control. I don't know. Start thinking about your nana's beaver or something like that.
Oh, dearie me. That's not a good thought. She's in a box underneath the ground. That's got to be, that's a smell you don't want.
Wow. Now, speaking of that, have you worked out where you're going to be buried when you die one day?
You know what? A couple of years ago, I saw a little article going around where you can get your body. It's essentially cremation type thing, but it's a slower process, and they break your body down into whatever useful material is left in the human body, and you can actually have yourself regenerated into a tree. So you're like, I'm pretty sure there's very minimal of you and more of just a seed that grows into a tree. But that's their little spiel and their pitch, and I like that idea because obviously I'm not a big fan of being buried. I don't see much point to that. I'd be cremated if anything. But
You wouldn't get yourself cryovac?
Oh yeah, no, we don't need it. I think I've got a good 60 to 80 years in me in total, and I don't think that the world needs any more Chow than that.
Mate, if I had the money, it's absolutely what I'd be steering for, to get myself frozen in the nitrogen and waiting for the time when they can afford to pull you out and springboard you back to life again.
Yeah, but it's just such a theory at this point. Like they've been doing it for so long, but there's no real evidence to suggest that they can reanimate what is left of you. But in saying that too, technology and science just keeps making mammoth leaps day after day. So I suppose it's not off the table. But no, I like the idea of just being reduced to a seed and imparting that to my children or someone else to plant that and love that. And the day it dies is their fault.
Just reckon piss on that tree. what happens if you're...
I know Dad loved the bourbon, so here's you, Dad. Drink up. Oh, the tree died.
What happens if you're a lemon tree or an orange tree or something, and people start...
I guess people think you're a bit sour.
I'm drinking Dad down now. Slurping him into my...
But again, Dad was a big fan of sugar, so let's add some sugar to this lemon and make some lemonade.
Good old Dad.
No, I don't know whether that's just a little bit sick or not. Wishing the goodwill of a tree, which in my life I have killed so many plants. I think it's very unfair to try and make someone keep me alive after death. But now I thought that was a pretty original idea. Yeah, something a bit different.
Just full of weeds at the moment. There's no trees growing.
All right, give me a lighter. We'll try and take some of those weeds down one at a time. But other than that, I feel like there's not much more to go on with here.
No.
Well, actually, no, not fair at all. Because you asked me what I want to do. What do you want to do when you kick it next year, mate?
What was the question?
Sorry, Granddad. Turn your hearing aid up.
Hang on. What was the question?
So, what do you want to do after you depart this world from all your wisdom? You like the idea of being frozen and hopefully reanimated, but given that may not be in your budget.
Yeah, that's right. I probably won't be able to afford that. It's something like $25,000 a year to keep your crow frozen or something like that.
Well, so, you know what? In saying that, I've just upped my own life insurance to 1.2 million, and at the same time, we're looking at selling one of our properties, which will clear all of our debt. So it seems like a really unnecessarily high amount.
Which one are you selling?
The Brisbane one. Because
you're going to sell the Brisbane one?
Yeah, mate. It's almost doubled in value since I bought it, and I've sunk some interest into that next time. But it's seen its fruits now. It's probably time to let it go. And like I say, it'll clear all our debt. So it's a really nice place to be at 32, debt free and still owning.
And it certainly will sell fast in the Brisbane market the way it is at the moment.
I got a good mate in real estate, and I hit him up straight away and said, "Is it even worth me? I know the bathroom is just rancid. I know all the railings need sanding and restaining.
Doesn't matter.
There's lots of little jobs that if I was to sell a house, I'd be like, shit, yeah, let's do all these little things to make it pretty."
People want to buy a renovator. They don't want to buy one that's perfect.
Well, yeah, there's that side of things too. But, he just said, by the time you organise travel up here, all your materials, do the labour yourself and lose your own work time, it's not worth it. He said, negotiate it down the price. I went, yeah, righto. And they're putting pretty big tickets on stuff in that area.
There's been two or three houses in our street next to ours.
I don't want to hear the price tag in more areas. It's going to make me cry.
They're all selling. They're all selling within a week. I mean, it's incredible. They're going on the market. Bang! They're sold so fast.
And I suppose the big driver of that too is you've got a lot of people from down New South Wales and stuff trying to flee the area, and the price of property down there is so much higher than the price of property here. So
well, that's it. You're selling
what
your
we
house
think is big money, they're going, well, shit, we just sold that and there's chump change to us. The loan will be so much smaller.
They're selling their houses in Victoria and New South Wales for millions. And they're coming up here and they're going, shit, look how much house we can get for 700, 800,000 up here.
That's it. We can buy a giant house with heaps of land, already renovated, ready to move in for 900,000, and we just sold ours for 1.3. Yeah, I don't know what sort of loans they have going on down there, but it's got to be.
Did you sell the house in Roma?
No, we've still got that property, and it still works pretty well. You know what? We've really strayed from any topics that might interest people. We're just talking about my personal finances, which is odd.
Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, if you want to kill Chow, he's worth 1.2 million dead. So he's worth far more to anybody when he's dead than alive.
Clarify, I'm worth 1.2 million dead for my wife.
No, that's all right. You just got to hook up with his wife
any
afterwards.
Good hackers out there that want to knock us both off and try and assume her identity, that's probably the only option to go down there. But let's keep the Chow around for a little bit more. You know, it's a fun idea to think, $1.2 million. I don't like death. Doesn't sit well with me.
All right, that's it. I'm going.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming along for the journey, folks. Don't forget to subscribe. That's it for another episode of Ranger and Chow.
Cheers, everybody. Oh, you're a maniac.
Mate, the old house in Brisbane.